What's good with you people? Dogysamich here. I went on a little recon mission up to Morrow, Georgia, or down to, depending on where you're at, since it's in South Atlanta. And I went to go chill with the Zone Breaker crew while they were doing their Friday weekly at the TeamNet Game Center, Land Center, whichever you like to call it. And I kind of flipped between the two of them because, well, you could call it a game center with all the space and tables that they have for various games. They're most notably a card shop, I believe, that run a decent amount of Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments. You could also call it a LAN center because, they pack in the heat over there with the PCs. But I went with Coach, just, get the lay of the land, hang out with the zone breakers, meet a couple of people, catch up with some people, and just see what was going on. So, even though they had 4 tournaments, and yes, I say 4 because even though you see BB Tag, that didn't happen, surprisingly. But even though they had 4 tournaments, I really didn't watch a whole lot of them. In fact, the only thing I really watched was Grand Blue, partially because that's what I did commentary for. But it was really just a low-key weekly. One, because it's like an up-and-coming tournament to begin with. So it's not like your 60, 70, 80 people tournaments that be happening in like the north side of Atlanta or anything. But also because this was somewhere in the beginning of the Corona pandemic. And this is one of the last tournaments that's probably going to happen in a while. So a lot of names that usually go to the Breakout Weekly, they weren't there. With that being said, Joel won Grand Blue. I'll just throw that on the table. Plop it right there. Took it over Terrence in Grand Finals. That's really all I need to say about it. The VODs are up if you want to see them. Twitch VODs, YouTube VODs. Because Zone Breakers are pretty good at uploading their stuff in a timely manner. But I can't really tell you about anything else. I think Lupe won Tekken. I'm going to click on this. Totally out of everything I expected to do. Yeah, Lupe won Tekken. Because there's no Raquel. There was no Kari. There was nobody came to bully him out of his number 1 spot. But yeah. Since I'm here, Dragon Ball. I looked at this. I don't even know who. Blue Titan. No, Blue Titan. He was actually the guy that Coach and I talked to for a bit. He's a real local person. Real local as in around the Morrow area. I clicked on this and I actually forgot that he won it earlier because I just remember talking to him about Grand Blue of all things, but he did say that he was mainly there for Dragon Ball. That's really all that I can just throw into the brackets itself. Because in spite of everything I'm saying, and in spite of like being able to look and give you the results, we didn't even really stay for the whole thing. Once Grand Blue was winding down, we hung around for a little bit. I ate some more of my Chinese that I got from one of the spots around the corner. There's like 2 or 3 places near there to eat, which is pretty convenient. But after that, we just hopped on the road and headed back. It's really convenient for the Reboot crew, which is why Coach and I have been trying to get the Zone Breakers and Reboot to talk to each other to a good degree, like intermingle with each other, do some collabs, because they're just like 45 minutes away from each other. It's like a really convenient drive. But yeah, like I said, I was just coming to see what was happening. Came to chill with Sonido. Do You Want More happened to be in the area. Joel was over there chilling. It's a pretty good shot of the front stage that you see back here, right? And 3 perfectly working monitors. This was before they had everything set up. Got the Dragon Ball set up over on the side. They were using the middle one for the bracket, so you couldn't miss what was going on. I want to say they're the only people that actually do that. It's really convenient. And then they had Grand Blue and Tekken going on the other side. And then standing on the stage, let's just taking a look over to the front. So, got all the nice PCs lined up on the side, and you just see, like, the sea of space. Again, it's a pretty useful spot that the zone breakers have access to. And yeah, you know who that is over there. Oh, I don't have these shots in order. That's Terrence. But these are the zone breakers. So you got Lupe's Lounge, Ty Noon over here chilling, trying to play Dragon Ball. I say trying to play Dragon Ball because don't let me go back to them results. Haha. Sonido over there being the head honcho and the manager, taking all the entrants and setting up the brackets. He was pretty busy throughout the night. But yeah, this is a man I have not mentioned yet. I'm still talking about zone breakers first. So Buck Sunny over here, usually one of the people holding down the stream. In one of their other locations, Discovery Games, I did a wrap up from there a couple of months ago. Sonny was the one who was usually, well, he was running the stream. There was no usually running the stream. He runs the stream over there. He streams very often, actually. Streams a lot of BB Tag. He's been getting in the Grand Blue. Plays a lot of games, actually. It's actually pretty funny to go to Discovery Games, and if you just ever sit down and pay attention to Sonny, you'll see him just shuffling through like literally 7 or 8 games waiting for somebody to sit down and play with him. And then Natural Killers was chilling there too, lurking in the cut for a bit. But the highlight of this picture right here is a good old Dap Vip. Came to get some Street Fighter practice, mainly with Terrence and Do You Want More, but Joel just happened to be here. So they sat down and they played a first of 5. All right, actually, it was a best of 5. Excuse me, it wasn't a first of 5, best of 5. How do I say this? Joel still got it. Joel was playing Ryu and Joel still got it. I'm just going to leave it at that. I actually wish it was recorded, especially with the way they were carrying on afterwards, but you know, Street Fighter wasn't the highlight, it wasn't the hallmark, and it's not the main event over at TeamNet, so that's just a story that's going to have to be passed on by word of mouth. But that's really all I have. This is another one that I'm not going to drag out too much because there wasn't a whole lot. Again, this was just like the first contact and everything. So hopefully whenever we get out of our houses, if we survive all this corona and everything, I'll be able to get up to TeamNet a couple more times and get some more info on some deeper brackets. But that's something we'll have to wait for who knows how long in the future to see. But until then, thanks for giving me your short amount of time. This was only, man, we didn't even break 10 for this. But thanks for your time nonetheless. Totally appreciate it. And I'll catch you next time on the next wrap up. Be easy, yo.